Top 10 Tuesday.
Ooh.
Hey, guess what? It was supposed to be Brandon's turn this week. He's not here. He couldn't make it, so this is an on-the-fly topic. Liz had a suggestion, but we're going to do that the next time this happens, so stay tuned for that. But we chose Alexandra's topic because we ran out of time. We actually put it up for a vote in the group, and it came down to Landon, and Landon got confused, I think. I think he was working. Because he messages us, he's like, wait, what's the tiebreaker? It's like, oh. Whatever.
You were.
So we chose the one that was a little bit easier because Liz is actually. I like your topic. We're definitely going to use it because it makes you think.
He asked for something obscure, and I gave it to
definitely
him.
was. Even Alan voted for it. He's like, that's different. We don't normally do that. So whenever that comes around, let's just start doing that whenever it's just both of us.
That's fine.
Because I mean we've rocked the 2 unit before, but now it's 3 unit technically. Look at that. So we're gonna do this one, and the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna split it up. I'm gonna take 5. He's gonna take 5. And you can take 5 if you can think of them on the fly.
I don't know.
You got us going through our list to think of some, and I got. Do you have a pen, Johnny? Here you go. If you want to write it down, you can use the Dark Souls book. But this is. You want to say what it is?
It is
From
your
lovely wife.
top 5 TV characters.
This is fun. I also realized how, and she even pointed it out, sexist I am with characters on TV shows after doing this.
They're all one gender.
Unfortunately. All females. What's up, ladies? Anyways, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay,
So these are my favorite. Well, first off, let me do my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
first?
go for it.
Okay.
So we are supposed to do 5, but
I have 10 total, so it's technically top 10.
Okay.
But let's go with my honorable mentions. These are people that didn't quite make the list, but still enjoy them.
Okay.
Honorable mention number 1 is Will Arnett, and he played Job
In Arrested Development.
in Arrested Development. He's not my favorite character on there,
No.
but he definitely plays it well, and he plays it enough to where it's, acting wise, I think it is the best character on the show. He's got so much dynamic. His jokes run throughout the whole thing. It's really funny. He's got some really good parts. Him and Franklin.
Yep.
Just I have never laughed any harder than watching that show.
Shout out to your wife and her group of friends. They turned everybody onto Arrested Development. Even myself. I came down from Tulsa, and they were watching it. I'm like, this show's actually quite hilarious. So shout out to you for turning me onto that show. I'm sure you watched it with her.
Oh yeah. Right? Fun note. Season 5. Spoiler alert. Do this until I say.
Was there 5 seasons?
Well, the 5th season's coming up. They
okay, gotcha.
Did you watch season 4?
I'm on the last episode. I never finished it. I didn't like 4.
Okay, never mind. Not gonna say it.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. It's just one episode.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert.
Do this again.
Cinco de Cuatro. Cinco de Cuatro.
Yeah. I don't know if it's happened yet, but Lucille 2 dies in the show. You told me to do it.
It's okay.
So
I'm ready for this.
Season 5 is going to be a murder mystery, trying to figure out who killed her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are they going to actually get everybody together this time?
I think they are.
Okay, good. Because are you a Arrested Development fan?
Never seen it. Not a single episode.
They got the last season approved by Netflix, and unfortunately they all had schedule obligations, so they had to film all their stuff separately, so none of the characters were really together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like Justice League.
Yeah. Second honorable mention, Craig Robinson and his portrayal as Daryl Philbin. I had a mix up between, I didn't know if I was going to put Daryl or if I was going to put shoot, what's his name? See, this is where I'm confusing all these characters. Him or Stanley. But,
I love Stanley. But Stanley kind of went off the cuff in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, he did. And, I mean, Daryl just had some of the funniest things. He, like Michael would say something to him, he'd just give him that stare.
Yeah, it was that stare every time.
And then Michael would just kind of be like, ooh, kind of, do stuff like that. There's a cat there.
Oh, my goodness, we have kitties on the set.
Oh, no.
Daryl's just one of those characters you see grow a lot in the show. As he starts, he's like just a warehouse worker. He's in a couple of episodes. Then he comes on a little stronger, gets a bigger role.
That's good. I haven't seen that far.
Oh.
So we're full of spoilers.
Yeah, it's full of spoilers.
It's all good.
Today.
It's all good.
Another honorable mention is Emilia Clarke's Daenerys Targaryen.
this cat.
That's a good pick.
It is a good
Hi,
pick.
baby.
Say hello to Minerva before I take her downstairs.
Hello.
She loves you.
Minerva.
Bye-bye.
John is Minerva's #1 guy.
Sure is. Oh, there's another one down here, but
She loves
I'm
him.
run away.
Daenerys. Obviously, she's
I'm
a big
listening,
she's a big part
She's a boss ass
of
bitch.
Game of Thrones. Exactly. She's one of the better Game of Thrones character. Her story arc is very awesome. In a world where women are not as prominent in Game of Thrones, she's lifted herself up to be one of the top.
And she's super hot.
Also, shout out to
Agreed.
her sidekick, Masande. She's
Yeah.
pretty badass,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
That
She knows so much.
The show started off with a bunch of old men that were just ruling everything.
Seriously?
Now it's, well, another spoiler alert. Cersei's at the top. Daenerys is at the top.
Yeah, well, you
And
had
some other people.
you had a couple people in there,
Which
but
we
they
won't
just
say then.
recently had some struggles.
Moving on. Just because of how great the role was, Will Smith playing himself in Fresh Prince.
Nice.
It's a classic pick. A lot of people grew up watching that show. I did.
So true.
I couldn't put it up to on my list, but he would definitely be on an actual top 10 list.
Okay.
If I had to take it off a top 5. Real big fan of Will Smith, his rapping, his
DJ
music
Jazzy
career.
Jeff.
Fresh Prince, man.
Yeah. And then most if not all of his movies are done really well. Besides one of them, which we used to read a book from. Suicide Squad.
Oh.
And then my last honorable mention, I couldn't bump her up because I have another character spoiler on this list from the same show, but
So many spoils, John.
it is Winona Ryder in her portrayal of Joyce.
You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so annoying to me.
But
She was weird.
She was supposed
that's
to be.
that's part of it. She's supposed to be over the top crazy.
Yeah.
Her son has been ripped away from her, and she's trying to find everything she can to get him back. It's a great portrayal of that.
She nails that, like, crazy mom,
Mm-hmm.
but also she's that mom that's struggling, that single mom that obviously is struggling to take care of her kids, but she's also a little insane.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we all know Winona Ryder does well at insane.
Yeah.
She's always been good
It's
at
a
playing
great
that. and
portrayal.
I agree.
I couldn't put it up top because of another character that I put on the list, which is actually my number 5. I'm gonna start the list now.
Go for it.
Number 5 is Millie Bobby Brown's
Bruh.
portrayal of
Love
Eleven.
Honorable mention because I was just about to add her to my list because I was trying
And a
to
lady.
finally found my lady. No, she was amazing.
She was the perfect.
I don't remember
perfect
these
person.
things. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Is I
I know,
sit
as
here and I
soon
think
as
of
I'm
the.
like, oh, yeah.
I forget how much we gotta watch Stranger Things again.
Yeah.
I
will.
love that show.
It's a great show. 2 months. 2 months. The premiere for season 2. Actually, it's not even a premiere. They're just releasing all the episodes, so you can watch it then on Netflix.
The binge. That
Cannot wait.
It was just I don't know. She had a great role in that. You just wanted to pretty much, I don't know,
Well, I wanted to give her a
be
hug,
her, yeah.
even though she could probably kill me with her brain.
give her a hug.
You want to be her best friend because you know she's got you.
Ego.
Well, what was it? Duncan? Duncan was the guy that had the little lisp or whatever, his front teeth. Is that his name?
Dustin.
Dustin. I'm sorry, yeah.
Stunning cute.
So many good little kids
Yeah.
in that show. They're so awesome.
Very
Some
much.
great acting by children. Which
And they're crossing over to It,
Yeah.
which I found out this week that the directors of Stranger Things wanted to do It, but they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So, shout out to you YouTube commenters.
probably would have been like the same thing.
It's my number 5. She's also there because she is, she's a young child and she acts very well. So
She did a great job.
I follow
did.
her on Instagram and she's super cool.
She's British, isn't she?
yeah, she is.
So she
And
plays
she
a-
actually can sing.
Can she really?
Yeah. She can sing.
Those cats are desperately trying to get up here because you're here.
Yeah.
That's why.
I know.
They're like, oh, mommy is up here.
My number 4. This is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm a big fan of the show. I love it. It is Jensen Ackles' portrayal of Dean Winchester in Supernatural.
Oh, no way.
I love
Yeah.
Supernatural.
No, this one's backwards. That's not Dean from Gilmore Girls.
Right.
That's
Right.
the other. Okay.
Right. So he is the shorter brother with the
Yeah, he
shorter
was on
hair.
Smallville for a season. I remember him.
He's the best character. Spoiler alert if you don't know what,
All
if you haven't
20
watched
seasons.
it. Yeah, I think it's like 13,
God,
13, 14.
So many. Here's good though.
He's the big brother. He puts a lot of the weight on himself because he wants to protect his younger brother. He does a lot of things to keep his brother safe, as well as other people he comes across. He comes off a little bit of hard-headed and his way or the highway, but it's because he wants to protect his brother, and I think that's a good
I need to watch that show. I hear it's really good.
It is
Put
really
on,
good.
Like, Netflix or something, or is it on there?
It is on Netflix.
It is.
No
on Netflix.
way.
Yep.
Okay.
There
it is.
The first couple seasons, a little rough, but they get better.
That's most CW shows.
Definitely. But I don't know. I really like his character.
My name is Oliver Queen.
Best portrayal of Green Arrow, but that's for another one. This top three, I couldn't really. I just had to put it out
I never
there.
numbered mine.
But number 3 is Chris Pratt's portrayal of Andy Dwyer in Parks and
Very
Rec.
good pick, yep.
Probably one of the best parts of that show. That's pretty much, I believe, why he got the role for Star-Lord. Everybody saw how funny he
Absolutely.
was.
Yep.
A lot of his stuff on that show was ad-libbed,
Yep.
and he just kind of would say things and just went with it. And he's just a really funny dude. It's a great character. I love the show, and Andy's one of the best parts of that show.
Yeah, he is. What was his Burt Macklin?
Yeah.
FBI.
And just the stuff he would do. He was the lovable idiot.
Yep. I'll give it. Yeah.
And it was a good. Number 2 is Steve Carell as Michael Scott.
Okay.
I don't know. I had to put him a little bit higher than Andy,
Absolutely.
but Michael Scott, just literally another lovable idiot.
Yep.
He would say the stupidest things, the most
God.
most.
Just so cringy.
It's why HR came to him a lot, and he had a lot of problems. He didn't really have a filter, and he just couldn't. A lot of racial issues that he just didn't know what he was saying.
Shout out to Dating Michael.
Yeah.
Date Michael.
And so it just
Sorry, Date.
just a great character. I think that's you have to have him in your top 3, maybe top 2 of Office characters of all time. Has to be.
Only one.
Yeah.
But I'll give you top 2.
Yeah. So just a great portrayal. It was really well. Never mind.
I'm curious to hear what your number 1 is.
My number 1. This is a recent show. I love the actor. I love his role. And it's Kit Harington as Jon Snow.
No way.
I like that.
He's just got that lovable face.
He's got the lovable face.
He does
He
have
goes through all this stuff,
It's
and
so,
he's still as honorable.
yeah. And this season, he's really hitting home for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's sticking to his values, but at the same time, I just love him. Yeah, that's good. That's a good pick. I like it.
He's another kind of Jensen Ackles character where he's putting himself up for all these people. He's gonna go do these things so these people can survive. He's gonna leave leave the North so he can go ally with people to come help. He rode out to go grab his brother.
God, that was awesome.
Unfortunately,
so much anxiety.
Unfortunately, the brother did not make it. But
We all knew. We all knew.
he gets put in these situations, and everybody still comes behind him.
Yep.
So I think he's a great Game of Thrones character. He's my favorite Game of Thrones character. It's a great portrayal.
Awesome. I like your list a lot. Gonna be completely honest, I have one person from your list on mine, but we'll get to that. I didn't document this one because I was really busy beforehand, but here comes my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Real quick. Charlie Cox. I can't say his name. Charlie Cox from Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Matt Murdock or Daredevil, whoever you want him to be. He just plays really two separate characters that he does so well. He does the gritty, nasty side when he's Daredevil, and then the calm, sophisticated side when he's Matt Murdock. He could have been a killer Batman. I'm gonna be completely honest. If he didn't get this Daredevil gig, I think he would have been one of the top choices for me in terms of. Of course, I would have known if he didn't do Daredevil.
Right.
But he just did such a great job.
Definitely.
Also, Tom Welling as Clark Kent in Superman. This is a guilty pleasure of mine, kind of like Supernatural with you. It was one of those coming of age stories. I love Superman. It got a little terrible towards the end, but those first 5 seasons, man, there's nothing better than thinking. It puts you in the perspective of if you were an adolescent kid and you had powers, how would you manage it? I really liked the way he handled it. Not so much everybody else on the show; they were very cheesy, but kind of close to home. And Alan will agree with me on that one. We're big Smallville fans, so. And then T.J. Miller, Erlich Bachman from Silicon Valley, recently left the show, but he's just one of those weird. There's so many characters. Honestly, the whole cast of Silicon Valley.
I'm just gonna
say,
choose,
especially the guy that plays Jin Yang. He kills me, absolutely kills me. And Dinesh. You don't watch the show, but they're just all so great. And honestly, to be fair, like my least favorite person is the main guy.
He's like not even really the main guy.
Yeah, he's not anymore. What's his name again?
I mean, Richard on the show.
Richard. He's that forgettable.
I'm very bad at actor names, but
anyways, moving on to my top 5 here. I probably have so many more I could have done honorable mention on, but ran out of time, and also I just kind of was like, whatever. But number 5, I'm going to try to rank these as I look at them because I didn't put a number next to them. It's Frank Underwood, Kevin Spacey from House of Cards. Not so much these last few seasons, the last 2, just this last season. But up until now, he was just this menacing force, and his just like monologues with you as the viewer were some of the most just intense, beautiful moments on any show I've ever watched. He'd just turn to the camera and he's like, "Oh, you thought I forgot about you? Well, let me tell you this." And it was just, he's menacing. He's an evil person, and he does it so well. But it's Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey's phenomenal.
He's just the villain of everything, in my opinion.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfighter.
There's a meme of Kevin Spacey. I don't know if you've seen it. He's sitting. I think he's at a baseball game, and he's got a Kevin Spacey mask. And then he takes it off and he just smiles.
He was at a Florida Panthers game.
Yep.
Because the team had this sweater that was Kevin Spacey's face in like a galaxy, and that was like their lucky charm. And then he found out about it. He said, "Fine, man, I want to come to one of these games." And like he wanted to give. They won the game too.
It's so funny because he's just got that mask on and he takes it away and he's just like.
It's just he's the best.
He's awesome.
Him, so.
Apparently, he's like the nicest, most down to earth guy too. He just has this ability to play this awful human,
person. Here's another guilty pleasure of mine. Vilo Ventimiglia. Is that how you say that? You're a fan of him.
His name is Milo.
Milo
with an M.
Oh yeah. Milo.
Shoot.
Milo Ventimiglia. He played Peter Petrelli on Heroes.
Oh, I was going a different route.
Where are we going to go?
He's in This Is Us, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I'll give him that. He's a great actor. I'll give him that as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that show.
My very first exposure to him. Oh, crap, and I forgot about forgot there.
Randall's my honorable mention.
Yep.
Randall.
Holy hell. No. He's not even honorable mention.
He's number 1. Holy crap.
He takes... Jeez, I forgot about that.
Dang it.
See, it's these recent shows you don't think about. You think of the ones that you've been watching all these years, but This Is Us is a... Oh, God. And what was his dad's name? Crap, Randall's dad. He was even better.
William.
Yeah,
William was. Oh God.
Yeah, if you haven't watched
I'm gonna
show,
cry.
please watch
I'm gonna
that
cry
show.
thinking about that show.
Tony almost did cry.
Oh, I struggled. Like I was over there, like holding back. I'm like, I can't do this. I gotta be a boy. I gotta be a man.
This was like when we watched Inside Out.
Yeah, exactly. Let me keep moving up. Peter Petrelli, Heroes, guilty pleasure. It only went for like 3 or 4 seasons, and then they brought it back. But he was just such a badass and an honorable dude in that show. I think I just like him as an actor. He's really good. Even his Gilmore Girl days, from what I've seen, and then obviously This Is Us. He steals the show. Mm-hmm. He really does. Number 3, Kiefer Sutherland. Jack Bauer. Now, he is the modern-day Chuck Norris, so you can't discredit him. He spawned all the beautiful T-shirts, kind of like if Jack Bauer was president, he would be his own Secret Service and stuff like that. So he just brought forth all the awesome jokes. He's a guy that shot down a helicopter with a pistol. He can do it all, baby. Not so much in the last 2 seasons because they were kind of garbage, but everything up until that point, they were great. I was just like, Jack Bauer's going to save the day. When does Jack Bauer take a poop in those 24 hours? Because he's never doing it. Or when does he eat food? He just never does it. Like, man, this guy
Eats
doesn't.
bullets.
He doesn't shit. So Jack Bauer's number 3. Number 2 is Ned Stark, played by none other than Sean Bean, the guy that dies in every single thing that he's in.
Yeah.
Curse.
Was only in 1 season of Game of Thrones, but left a huge impact on the show, and honestly has one of the most memorable performances in my opinion. Jon Snow is definitely a close second, though. I love Kit Harington. Him coming back gave me all the tingles and the emotions. But Ned Stark, man, that's my boy. Ned Stark, so honorable. Everything's happened unfortunately because of him, but
Yeah.
at the same time, he made the right decisions.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you follow Game of Thrones, he's probably, barring Jon Snow, the best character because of everything that he did not share with people to keep people safe, and just the way the way he is.
He's an honorable dude, man.
Well, and
Very
he
much.
left his legacy. Like, you still watch an episode and he's still
Yeah,
there somehow. Where
people
you
talk
have
about
all
him.
these characters that have died, and you're kind of like, oh, I forgot about them. Like,
Yeah.
remember in season 2 when so and so died, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, Robb Stark.
You don't forget that Ned
You don't
died.
forget about Ned.
His wife.
And like you said, even his legacy,
Catelyn.
he made himself look worse than what he did for a greater cause, and that's an honorable man in my book. He took spoilers. We're getting to spoiler territory, but
It's like a Snape.
he did a great thing. Exactly, he's the Snape. I love Snape from Harry Potter.
Snapey.
I love. Oh God, rest in peace, golly.
Yes.
And
To
number
both.
1 is Mr. Steve Carell as Michael Scott. I didn't talk much when you were talking about him, just because I wanted to have a moment. But Steve, your performance on that show is something I will remember for the rest of my life. And Landon probably agrees. Just so many jokes, just so many things that I draw upon as inspiration in my own life when I try to be funny, I get from that show. Just the awkwardness. I just love awkward comedy, and he nails it. Like you said, with the That's What She Said and like the HR stuff, and like even on down to his utter hatred for Toby. It was just everything.
He hates him.
Oh God.
And there's like so much physical comedy with like the blank stares
Yep.
and his ability to just kind of sit there with that dumb look on his face.
Yeah, how oblivious he is to normal
It's
everyday
funny.
things.
Favorite Michael Scott moments.
Oh, I have not
I've got two.
I've not
You
actually
go
seen
first,
all of The
because
Office, but
One of my favorite ones is when he takes the girls on a shopping trip because they're so, not thought of, in the company, and he was pushing this Women's Day. Angela's sitting at, I'm guessing it's a Victoria's Secret, and he kind of casually walks up to her, and he's like, it's like, do you want anything? Do you want like a thong, a padded bra? And she's like making all these faces, and he's like, come on, Santa can get you a brand new bra. And it's just super funny because she's so he's genuinely asking to do something nice, but he does it in such a creepy way.
Love it.
And then when I don't remember what happens, but he comes out of the bathroom, and they're like, Michael, are you okay? And he's like, just pooping. Just pooping. Yeah, see, for me, it's the little subtle lines that you have to catch really quick. And I had 3. I'm gonna start with the first one. He's all upset because he ran over what's her name, the redhead chick. God, I forgot her name. Oh shoot.
Anyways, he's all upset because he screwed up, and Angela's cat actually just died, and everybody's all upset. He's like, "Oh, things are so horrible."
Meredith.
Meredith. And then he's like, "What happened?" And she's like, "Sprinkles died." And he called her like Prinkles or something like that. And I just died.
I do remember that.
And then there was another time where Toby was going on this rant about asbestos being the silent killer, and he goes, "No, Toby, you're the silent killer," and that was it. And oh God, I just had the other one that just kills me every time. I'll probably think of it when she's going through her list. But yeah, there's just so many different Michael moments that are just like,
I have one. This was before I ever watched The Office. He's down in the warehouse. I don't remember when it is because it was just a random episode. And he's down in the warehouse and he's playing all big shot, like, I'm the manager. And they were talking about how much paper they put out. And he, you know, obviously puts the number out in pallets. And he just goes, what's a pallet?
That's right.
He's like, a pallet of paper. And he's like...
And I got the other one. It's when it was at like the Christmas or whatever, and he gets all up on Ryan and keep going, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then Toby's like, Michael, you can't go up to an employee and say I need this. It's just like so horrible. But yeah, no, that's Michael Scott. Love you, buddy. Steve, when you left the show, it was over. Do you have yours? Did you find out?
I do. And I've had a lot of edits based on your guys' list.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because I was actually worried John was going to hit more than what I had.
I've got a few honorable mentions. We'll go quickly because you already touched on this. Ned Stark. I cried when you died.
Yeah, that was rough.
did.
She did not. She avoided all Game of Thrones spoilers, so I was just waiting for that moment because that's the biggest what the F moment in my opinion of that show.
I didn't think they were actually going to kill him, and
that's what set the tone for Game of Thrones. People were like, "Oh God, nobody's safe."
No. No one is safe.
Yeah, she did cry. She bawled.
And then also, just I hate to keep on the Game of Thrones train. I love Tyrion.
Yeah,
I feel for him so hard.
one.
He gets an honorable mention because he's got so much character growth and he's got a lot of life. And
His courtroom scene when he's giving
God.
it. Yeah, very good.
Very
So
good.
much emotion.
Lots of daddy issues.
Exactly.
Sorry, buddy. Okay, and then I put Randall on there. I had to add him because we watched This Is Us together, and we were just
That guy is a
blown away
fantastic actor.
by how good
I'm gonna
he was.
look up his name because
Yeah,
even on
and
The People vs.
I was
OJ.
gonna say,
Yeah.
I apologize, but I don't have any actors' names. I'm not very
I can't remember
good
what his name was.
at
I'm
knowing
looking it up right now.
Yeah, I can't remember either. And then another honorable mention from The Office, Phyllis.
Yes.
My girl, she, I feel like my list kind of is characters that I feel bad for because she just makes me so sad. And then she gets a boyfriend and then she's hot stuff all of a sudden. And I just love...
Bob Vance Refrigeration.
I just love her shift in attitude. She kind of goes from like Phyllis to...
Confident.
Phyllis. And I just love it. And I think it's hilarious. And-
Sterling K. Brown plays.
That's it.
Yes. And I feel so bad for her when they're all making fun of her. She makes me sad.
That's why she struggles finishing that show because of that.
Like, you laugh, but like, I'm like, that is mean. They're so mean to her. And I just don't
Did
think
you
it's
get to
funny.
the wedding episode?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh my
Michael getting
gosh.
up. Yeah.
Anyway. And then number 5, Schmidt from New Girl. I don't remember his name.
Damn it.
I
forgot all
just
about
think
New
that
Girl.
he is
I'm a Nick fan.
so true to himself, and he is who he is. And I think some of my favorite, just not all of his comedy moments, but when he's just like having a moment, a Schmidt moment, and just there's a particular scene when they're at the LAX airport that just it's hilarious.
Some of the stuff Schmidt says is just hilarious.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Man.
Yes.
Man.
Okay, and then shoot, I accidentally said I put Randall in my top 5, but I made him an honorable mention. He's that good. So Randall was number 4, and then number 3. I hate to go back to Game of Thrones, but Samwell Tarly.
She loves Sam.
First season made me cry like every time he came on the stinking screen because he's the sweetest
Sam.
baby angel.
Sam up until this point has been a tough one. But he is amazing this season.
So innocent, and I think I'm so happy for him because he finally found his niche and his stride and his purpose.
God, I love him.
And he's making a difference. Not that he didn't before with the whole Gilly thing and the John thing. Like, he's always had a strong, steady place in the show, but now he's, like, doing things.
Yeah. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters, and I want to see more of his stuff because he's so interesting.
I have a Funko of him for a reason.
You do.
Because he's my favorite. Okay, and then the other 2, kind of what we touched on earlier. I couldn't think of a lot of. I had struggled because I'm one of those people that when I like a TV show, I'm gonna watch it over and over and over and over and over again. So one of the shows I was raised on, it came out the year I was born. Remember watching it my whole life. ER.
Oh.
Dr. Carter on ER was one of my favorites.
I never watched that show.
It's so good. He's the intern on day 1 and he's the hotshot on the last episode. So he comes a long way, and I know what it's like to work in a hospital and have no idea what's going on. So hits home. And then, of course, my number one, my favorite show, I've seen it probably 9 times through, Gilmore Girls. Lauren Graham as Lorelai Gilmore is my number one.
I knew that one. Yeah. She. I'm surprised you didn't get a Friends character in there.
I like Friends a lot, and I love their whole dynamic as a group.
It's kind of hard to pick one.
We could honorable mention the Friends group,
Yeah.
but if you split them out separately, I don't really care for either.
I get
I mean,
that.
Phoebe's my favorite, but I mean, I don't like her enough to put her on the list.
Shout out to How I Met Your Mother, Marshall, played by, what is his name? I don't remember his name. Forgot his name. Marshall's one of my favorite. Marshmallow. He's my absolute favorite.
He hits home with me too because he's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm really sad because I haven't watched some of these shows, but I do want to check out The Wire on HBO, and also I've only watched like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad.
Oh, really?
And I've heard Walter White is amazing.
He is in his own category.
We'll talk about him after you finish.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I think my next endeavor.
You should. I was addicted.
That's a show you can sit down
It's
and watch.
hard for me to get addicted to TV. I watch a show, and if I like it, I keep it on in the background, and I don't really watch TV, but I binged that so fast. It's really good.
Yeah. Good list, everybody. Woo! I really enjoyed that, and thank you, Alexandra, for the topic. It was on,
Thanks, girl.
it was last minute, so we appreciate all of you who help. But yeah, if you have a top 3, top 5, top 10, top 50, like Danny, TV show characters, put that down in the comments below.
Top 50.
Yeah, I know. That's how you get
That's
the
a
belt.
lot of
That's how you get the
characters.
belt in the background in case you're curious who the hell Danny is.
Yeah.
He's the one and only. Hashtag, what was it? What with Dan? Team up with Dan or
roll with Dan.
Roll with Dan. But
Roll
yeah.
with Dan is way better than team up with
I
Dan.
don't remember. I didn't remember. It was on the fly.
Roll
Sorry.
with Dan.
But anyways, moving on to the next topic,
Yep.
which is